All right, everybody. So we've got a really interesting one today. This
Mm.
one has got some buzz, let me tell you. It's Sundog.
Yeah, there's a lot of chatter about it. You know the crypto world moves fast.
Definitely. Fast moving is an understatement sometimes, am I right?
For sure.
So we've got a stack of articles here all about Sundog, and I gotta say, after looking them over, this little pup seems to be making quite a splash in the crypto world.
It's definitely one to watch, that's for sure. It just goes to show how quickly things can change in the world of digital assets.
Right, and for anyone who's just joining us, we're diving into the world of Sundog today. And from what these articles tell us, it's a meme coin, riding high on the, wait for it, the TRON blockchain. You've been following this one at all?
Oh, absolutely. It's certainly making waves.
Yeah, and you know what else is interesting? One of these articles even called meme coins, like the pop stars of crypto. All about that, quick hit of excitement,
Yeah.
like a catchy tune on the radio. Okay. And speaking of catchy, they even mentioned that, what's his name? Ty Dolla $ign, the rapper, Grammy nominee. He's jumped on board the Sundog train.
That's a really smart move on their part. That's the beauty of meme coins, right?
Oh, tell me more.
They know how to leverage social media. They get those big names on board. They create this fear of missing out feeling.
Totally. And, a bunch of these articles are talking about how active the Sundog community is online, too. They're like constantly promoting it, creating memes, even getting involved in the actual development of it. I mean, is that normal?
It's becoming more and more common, actually. They're like what's the word? A decentralized marketing team?
That's wild. Yeah, okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. But I think we need to back up for a sec. Could you break it down for us, for anyone who's maybe new to this whole thing?
Yeah.
What exactly is the Tron blockchain and how is it different? I feel like when most people hear blockchain, they immediately think Bitcoin, right?
Right. And it's an easy connection to make. Everyone always says that, but it might help to think of blockchain as like the underlying technology. Like if Bitcoin's email, then blockchain is like the whole internet.
I like that.
TRON is just, one network among many, and it's built for speed. They're all about faster transactions, way lower fees, too, compared to, say, Bitcoin or Ethereum.
So Sundog basically inherits that speed and low cost from riding on the Tron blockchain. Is that one of its big selling points?
It's definitely part of what makes it appealing, but it's like with anything else. Just because you have a good internet provider doesn't mean you're automatically going to love every website, right?
Good point. You got to look beyond the surface a little bit.
Exactly.
So it's not a guaranteed home run just because it's on Tron then.
Right. And that's where things get really interesting and a little risky when we start talking about how meme coins actually get their value.
So we've got this like super fast technology. We've got a community that's like all fired up about it. We've even got celebrity endorsements. Sounds like a sure thing, right? But then I'm reading these articles and I keep seeing this phrase, what is it? Intrinsic value. And suddenly I'm like, wait a minute, is this too good to be true?
That's a really good question to be asking. See, with most investments, you're buying something like tangible. Think about Apple stock, right? You're investing in a company that makes stuff. Phones, computers, they've got factories, employees. There's a whole like projected earnings stream. That's intrinsic value.
Okay, makes sense. So where do meme coins fit in?
Meme coins. They're playing a different game. Their value, it's all about community sentiment and market trends. It's not so much about what it does, it's about what people believe it's worth.
So it's less about like actual function and more about perception.
Exactly. Think of
And
it this way. You've got the Mona Lisa, right? And then you've got like a doodle on a napkin. Both are technically art, but their value comes from totally different places.
one's hanging in a museum and the other's probably in the trash.
Right. And while that napkin doodle might feel super valuable for a minute, maybe gets viral online or something, that feeling can disappear just as fast. Because at the end of the day, it's built on hype.
And hype is, well, hype.
Exactly. It's not the most stable foundation to build on, which is where that risk factor comes in.
I was just about to say,
Yeah.
that's got to be where it gets a little dicey.
It can be. Don't get me wrong. Some people have made a killing off meme coins. But you got to remember the other side of that coin. Remember that, what was it called? Squid Game token. Blew up overnight. Everyone and their mother was talking about it. Then, bam, crashed even faster. People lost their shirts.
Ouch. Okay, yeah, that's a cautionary tale right there.
It's a reminder that hype without substance, well, it's a gamble.
So let's say someone's listening to this right now and they're thinking, Sundog, Tron blockchain, Ty Dolla $ign, sign me up. What would you tell them? What's the need to know info here?
I always say the same thing. A healthy dose of skepticism never hurt anyone.
Love that.
Don't let the fear of missing out make your decisions for you. Take your time, understand what you're getting into, really do your research. You mentioned the TRON blockchain, read up on that.
Right. Do your homework.
Exactly. And each project usually has something called a white paper. It's like their official explainer. Go find the Sundog one, read it. And don't be afraid to, like, go into the online forums, see what people are saying. Knowledge is power, my friend.
So you're saying don't just chase the meme.
Chase the knowledge behind the meme.
Okay, I like
Right.
that. What else? I feel like diversification is always a good rule of thumb too, right? Like don't put all your eggs in one basket, as they
Yeah.
say. Especially not if that basket's, made of memes and hype.
Exactly. You said it better than I could. Diversify, diversify, diversify.
And probably a good idea to, only invest what you can afford to lose.
Always.
That's true for like anything in life, but especially when you're talking about something as unpredictable as crypto.
Couldn't agree more. It's about finding that sweet spot between, like, the thrill of the unknown and being smart about your choices.
Be smart, people. So we've talked a lot about risk, which is obviously a huge part of this. But I've got to say, these articles also talk about the Sundog community with such, I don't know, excitement. Like they're onto something really special, like a movement or something.
Yeah, and that's what makes this whole thing so fascinating, you know?
It's like they've tapped into something.
Totally. Like this digital pack mentality. People aren't just buying a coin, they're buying into an experience, the camaraderie, the feeling of being a part of something.
Kind of like we're doing right now, even just talking about it.
Exactly. It's powerful. But, and this is a big but,
But what happens when that new car smell wears off? Will people stick around, or are they just in it for like the initial rush?
that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And it's not just about Sundog either, really. It gets to the heart of, like, the whole decentralized finance thing.
It's bigger than just one coin.
Okay.
So, okay, back to Sundog and its community. Can they actually pull this off? The articles, they kind of go both ways on this.
It's like that saying, too much of a good thing, because yeah, this community they've built, it's impressive. They're out there spreading the word, bringing in new people. That's huge. And honestly, a lot of projects would kill for that kind of dedication.
Definitely. It's like they're building a shield around Sundog or something,
Duh.
right? Protecting it from all the naysayers and the doubters.
Kind of. But, and this is a big but, what if they get bored, What if something shinier comes along and suddenly Sundog's old news?
Oh, that is a big but.
Because we have to remember, right, this is a meme coin. So much of its value is tied to, like, what people are feeling. If the community loses faith,
That's it. Game over.
it could be, even if the tech behind it is solid, perception matters. Maybe even more so in the world of meme coins.
Wow, so no pressure, Sundog community. It's all on you.
In a way, yeah. That's why this is so interesting to watch, honestly. It's like this whole experiment playing out in real time. Can a community really come together like this, build something lasting? Can they go from, hey, funny meme, buy my coin, to like a real movement with staying power?
I mean, that'd be pretty incredible to see.
Totally. It's like we're watching a whole new kind of economy being born.
Where social media matters just as much as Wall Street. Okay, so I know you're not in the business of giving financial advice,
Well, you know me too well.
but we've read all these articles. We've really dug deep on this one. What's your gut telling you? Is Sundog the real deal or what?
I'm going to be watching this one closely. They've got a lot going for them. Catchy name, celebrity endorsement, and that community. There's something else.
They really are.
But can they break out of that, meme mold? That's the big question mark.
The million-dollar question mark. Okay,
Yeah.
so for our listeners who are probably just as intrigued by Sundog as we are, what's the one thing you want them to take away from this whole conversation?
Simple. Do your research. Don't just follow the hype train blindly. Understand what you're getting into, especially with something as, shall we say, unpredictable as crypto.
Words of wisdom. Well, a huge thank you to you. This has been fascinating, and you always know how to break it down so we can all understand it.
Anytime. It's been a pleasure nerding out with you.
And to our listeners, keep those questions coming. The more curious you are, the deeper we dive. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and most importantly, stay curious.